Okay. Okay, let's start. I want to briefly explain who we are. TradeAtlas is a trade intelligence company. I'm going to tell you what trade intelligence in detail later. We are founded in 2009 and operating since 2010. And we are one of the very rare online companies serving exporters in Turkey who is approved by the Ministry of Trade. So, and I am Nevsal. I am the head of international sales and the business development of our company. I will start to share my screen, and then we may go through the presentation and other websites. Okay, so today we are going to have a look at TradeMap and TradeAtlas. Let me briefly tell you what is the main difference. TradeMap is, maybe some of you know, it is an organization which is founded by United Nations and the World Trade Organization. So the main purpose of the TradeMap website is to release the country level data. For example, when we go through the TradeMap, we will be able to see that Turkey is selling 1,000 kilogram tomato to Russia, and the total value is $300. So this data is accessible through TradeMap. However, if you need a company level data, TradeMap is not going to work for that one because it's specified for the country level data. So TradeAtlas, our company, gives the company level data for the international trade. For example, in our website, you will be able to see which companies in Turkey has sold this kilogram and this worth of tomatoes to which companies in Russia in detail, including most of the lines, including the price and the quantities, etc. So this is the main difference of the TradeMap and the TradeAtlas. How to use and where to use both is, generally TradeMap is used to find the import volume of the countries. I mean, you are trying to sell a specific product. So the first thing you should look is which country is importing these products. That is where the data you can get TradeMap. You can get the data from TradeMap. And the other is you can detect the target countries. I mean, you will check the importing countries. You will analyze where they are buying from, and even you could find some general prices and quantities, and therefore some unit prices by the country level. However, on the other hand, TradeAtlas allows you to find your competitors' customers. You could analyze your suppliers, where they are buying from, where they are selling to, and the most importantly for exporters is to find new customers for your organization. Okay, I will just go through TradeMap now. By the way, as you know, there is a chat part in Zoom, so feel free to ask any question you like from the chat part. I will try to answer as much as I can. Okay, this is the TradeMap website. It is trademap.org, and you should be a free member to this website. As you can see, this is my account because a free membership gives you more data accessible. Okay, so let's start from here. For example, I'm trying to find imports. So this is import and export, the direction of transaction, and this is the line for the products. The products are defined as 6-digit HS code. Okay, I will show you this one from the presentation. So each country has its own HS code definition. As you know, each product has an HS code. For example, tomato surely has 100 different names in different languages. So to just make a unique definition for all the products which are going through the international customs of all countries, all the products are configured with a number. For example, tomato is 0702 in all over the world, or cell phone or mobile phone is 85, 17, and 12. This is valid for all over the world. So these numbers starting from 2 digits, for example, 85 is the group of products for the electric and electronic devices, and the 17 means the devices for communication, and the 12 means the cell phone. So this is similar for that one. 07 is for the fruits, and the 02 for the tomato, because we have 0701, this is another fruit, and 0703, this is another fruit. So in brief, each product has a specific HS code. So the main thing is HS code, the length of the HS code varies for all the countries. For example, in Turkey, we use 12-digit HS code. In the US, generally 8-digit is used, and in the Europe, generally they use 10-digit. But the main thing is the first 6-digit is common all over the world. I mean, if it is tomato in US, it is tomato in Turkey, in Afghanistan, and in China. But after 6-digit, each country has its own type of definition. So that's why here in TradeMap, even in our website is a similar case. You could only search 6-digit HS code when you are trying to search a specific product all over the world. For country-specific data, for example, if you search Turkey, I will now show you, you can even access 12-digit data. This is the same for our website TradeAtlas also. If database is has 8-digit, they are going to show you 8-digit, but you will not be able to search it. You can only search a 6-digit product. Okay, I will. Well, HS. Okay. Okay, let me get it from the beginning. I will show you the presentation here. I'm sorry, I thought you may know the HS code. Okay, HS code is the abbreviation for harmonized system codes. So when you buy or sell something internationally, when a product arrives to the customs, so all the products has a specific code, like you can see here. This is the code for the tomato, and this is the code for cell phone. So this is the main purpose is just to make a single and standard classification of goods which passes through the customs, because you know, each product has its own name in local languages, so it is impossible for the customs to know the names of the product. That's why the products are classified according to the customs, according to the international trade. And this is coming with the 2 digits. So, okay, let's show me here. HS codes, the harmonized system codes, is generally 12-digit numbers which are used. I mean, each 2-digit has a specific meaning, and the more number you have, the more specific the product is. For example, here, this is the HS code for the mobile phones that we are using. So the definition of this is 85. The code 85 is used for electronic devices. Okay, it starts with the code 01. 01 is the live animals. So all the live animals which are traded between the countries are defined in the 01 section of the HS code list. And after 01, you have some more details. For example, 01 is the live animals. And then 0101 is the horse. And you add another 2-digit, and it becomes, for example, white horse or black horse. I don't know now exactly what it is, but this is how the HS code system works. So you add 2 digits to the code. So the more digits you add, the more specific the product is. So we can also look here. Okay, it is 01 live animals, as I said. Okay, 0101. So I add 2 more digits, and it says live horses, asses, mules, and hinnies. And so the next one, if I add 10, it becomes 01, 0110. Okay, it becomes horses and asses, purebred breeding, and the other is another product, and the other is another product, etc. So you can see the list here, or you can search whatever you like. So as I said, for example, 85 is the code for the electronic device. Okay, I write some more codes to find the mobile phone. Okay. 85 is the electronic devices, 85, 17 is the telephone sets, cellular networks, etc. I mean, receipt of the voice, images, other data. I mean, so the thing for the communications and the this one 12 is the cell phones, telephones for cellular networks. So this is what the HS code is. When you try to search a data on both TradeMap and or TradeAtlas, you can search data with the HS code. So where to start is just to find your product's HS code. For example, if you sell textile, so you should look the codes for 57 and 58 and 59, because these are the codes for the textile products. And for example, 73 is the codes for steel products, 94 is the code for toys and other materials, etc. So you can search the codes here and you can find your HS code. So let's start from here. Okay, we already see what HS code is, and the first 6 digits is common all over the world. So the business that we do, I mean, TradeAtlas does, is named the trade intelligence. It is also called in some parts like business intelligence and market intelligence. Actually, the definition is still not stable, but the main idea is you can see company level international trade transactions on this system. So, for example, let's see some example here. So we all know from the newspapers that Apple is having almost all the products manufactured by the company in China known as Foxconn, and the official name is On High Precision. We know this one, probably most of you has seen that one on the news. However, on our database, we can also see these transactions as an customs transactions document. For example, we will see that Apple in 2018, June 19th of 2018, imported 8,500 kilogram worth of personal portable computers from Foxconn factory, and the origin is surely China because the factory is in China. So this is what we get from the US Customs data. The data is released by the US Customs itself. For example, the right-hand side, you can see here, this data is coming from Russian borders, Russian customs, and it says that Russian Airlines Euroflot has purchased a plane part which is only 60 gram, but the worth is $5,500 US, and this is the HS code of this product, and this is the date, and they buy it from General Electric. Look, when we go to the trade map, for example, when I write 73, 26, 90 in 2019, I can see that, for example, the United States sold maybe $1 million worth of this product to Russia. So this is a company level data. This is a country level data. You can see the general total number, the Russia imported from US. But when you go to our website, TradeAtlas, you can see what's the name of the company which purchased this product from the US. As you can see, this Euroflot Airlines purchased from the General Electric. So this is briefly our business, what we are doing. We are listing company level international trade data. We are getting, okay, let me show you that one first. So from how many countries we get this data? As you can see, the green lighted countries are almost 52 countries where we can directly get the customs data. For example, US is the greatest importer all over the world, and we get the data from US Customs and Border Protection Agency of the Ministry of Trade of the US. So we have the data almost for all the American continent here, and we have data from more than 10 countries in the Africa, some countries in Europe and Russia, Ukraine, and these are the countries that we have in Asia, except China, and you can see Australia and Japan is excluded. So the green countries are releasing their foreign trade data by company level. So we can directly see these ones in our website in the database. But each country has their own attitude in terms of data release. For example, when we get data from the US customs, we cannot see the price. We can see that Apple is buying mobile phones from Foxconn factory in China, but unfortunately, we will never know how much Apple is paying to Foxconn. For example, but in Ukraine, we can see all the buyers, sellers, and the prices. In India, maybe we will not be able to see the sellers, and in Philippines, for the export transactions, we will not be able to see the buyers. So each country has their own way to release the data. So what we do is we collect all the data in a single typical database that you can make searches all over the world at once. And so we have the data from 52 countries, but what if we want to sell something to the countries in the gray area? So this is similar as the trade map did. As you remember, I said trade map doesn't have the data of Iraq, and they just go to Turkey to see how many dollars worth of mobile phones Turkey exports to the Iraq, and then it just go to the Iraqi side, say, okay, this is what Iraq imported from Turkey. The case is exactly similar. So, for example, we have the Russian export data, and we see that in 2020, Best Wood company from Russia exported some woods to a company in Iraq named Fajar al-Ajdahar, etc., in Basra. So the Russian company's name is a direct data for us because we already have it from the Russian data. But although Iraq doesn't release its own customs data, if any company in Iraq is trading with the 52 countries that we have the data, so we can easily see the name of the companies and what they are buying. So this is the example. So the gray companies, although they do not release direct data, what if they buy or sell from and to the green countries, so we will be able to see what they are doing. Okay, so let me show you this chart on what is the weight of the data that we have. So imagine a world which has only 4 countries. So for example, we get the customs data from countries 1 and 2, and 3 or 4, these countries are not releasing their data. So we get 50% of the country count in terms of countries because we have 2 countries customs data. But when we go to the data count, you can see there are 6 transactions between these 4 countries, and the only transaction that we will not be able to see is the transaction between 3 or 4. So we will be able to see this one from 1, this one from both, and this transaction from country 1, this from country 2, and this also from country 2. So with only 2 countries data over 4 countries, we can see 83% of all the global data. So if we have the 3rd country, then we don't need to have the 4th because we already covered all. So this is how the system is calculated. So, I mean, if we go back to this map, we only have 52 countries data on the world. So the world has more than 230 countries. But as I told you here in this chart, when we get the data at all, with 1.5 billion transactions on our database, we cover 60% of all the global trade on our database. So for every $6 in total $10 global trade, you can see who is buying this product and who is the seller. And in some countries and in some cases, you will be able to see the prices and the quantities and even some far more details that we rarely use, like the shipping, leaving port and the arrival port, etc., etc. So we will see some samples now, but this up to now, what I try to tell is how our system works, what trade intelligence data is. I mean, in general, I try to introduce you the system. So if everything is clear till now, I'm going to move to the second part on what data we have, how to search it, and what we are going to see when we search some data. So, no questions? Okay. So I continue with the second part of the TradeAtlas. Okay. As you can remember from here, okay, in a typical customs declaration data or bill of lading data, we have a seller company, exporter, and a buyer company, importer. So we have the dates, we have the product definition, and we have the HS code and values, etc., etc. So most of these data is easily searchable and accessible through our website. For example, you can make searches in terms of 3 different variables to find what you are looking for. So in this part, I will show you some theoretical parts from the presentation, and at the same time, I want to show you how it works here. Sorry, I will open that one. So this is our website. I will log out. Yeah, this is what we are going to see when you go to the website. You can sign up our website for free from here. You can register for free. And then after registration, you can search, make some searches here to understand how the system works. This is a one variable search. And if you want to see in detail how the system works, we have a free trial area here, which is going to show you the US imports in 2015. So this is free. So you can make some searches here. You can get the data, you can download some files, and you can analyze in detail so what is going on inside. So I will just log in again here and then go to the presentation again. Okay, so we can search, we can make one word. These are the main variables that you can make search. So you can search the company names, you can search the keywords, and you can search the HS codes. So for companies specifically, you can search importers and exporters separately because a single customs declaration form has exporter company and importer company separately, but the product is unique and single because this is the product which is going from exporter to importer, and the HS code is also single. So, okay, when we go to our website, you can see here, okay, this is where you can make searches. So I will start with a company search as an importer, and then we will go to the exporter. So this part, okay, I'm sorry, I will change it to English. Yeah, okay. So this part here at the top shows the dates that you are searching. Our database starts from 2013, but for example, if you are interested in some more recent data, you can limit it with, for example, 2020 till today. But the word today doesn't necessarily mean that we have all the data till yesterday, because as I said, each country has a different type of data release. So generally, most of the data is coming 1 month later, like you can see here. Okay, for July, we have Sri Lanka, Philippines, Indonesia, US, Ukraine. So this is the June. So these are already uploaded to the system, and some countries are still didn't release July and some didn't release June. So you can follow this one here. But what is the latest and the most recent data? So we are going to directly get and load to the system, so to keep our customers as updated as possible. So I will turn here. We are going to make a company search as an importer to find where they are buying from. Okay, let's make a search for some well-known companies, for example, Microsoft. Okay, so this country here is the where the companies, importing companies located. So I'm going to select the United States here. Okay, so let's start with all the countries. Now, what I'm going to see is all the companies on the world which has Microsoft in their names and which has imported a specific material between 2020 till today. Okay, let's search it and find what we have. Yeah, these are the results you can see. As you know, Microsoft is a great corporation, so they have offices and warehouses and some production facilities all over the world. So this is the Microsoft Corporation India and Microsoft Corporation and the Ireland, and some of them are the United States, etc. So that is what we have. But in general, so the total number, the score is we have 201 importing companies all over the world, which has Microsoft in their names. And only during the 2020 till today, they made 15,721 times of imports for 1.5 years. So what they imported, if you wonder what they imported, for example, I'm going to click that one here. So these links, as you see, are clickable. So now the system is going to show me specifically what these guys, this company is importing, because they imported 7,090 times something. I don't know what they imported. We will see some here. Okay, so where they are buying from? So they are buying KPP packaging from Singapore, and this is the values that they are buying. So this is the HS code. This is probably a packaging material. So they bought almost 10 times from Singapore, and they are buying something from Israel. You can see here, and Thailand, Taiwan, China, etc. So they are buying products from all over the world. So let's see what they are buying in detail. So what I will do is I'm just going to click on download results here. But the case is the system is not going to allow you to download 15,000 at once. So the maximum number that you can download in one single download is 10,000. So if I want to get all the results here, what I will do is I'm going to limit the date, for example, for 6 months in 2020 and get the half, and the other 6 months and get the other half to collect all the data. Okay, I will just download some results, sample results, for example, 1,000 lines to show you what we have on the system. Okay, this is a typical Excel file that you are going to get when you download something from our website. So this is the number count. So these are the dates, and these are the HS codes, HS code definition. So, but the main parts are the importer name and the importer country or state. So this is important. So if we have any email, phone, or fax here, you can see here. So these most of them don't have, but we have a specific team who is working on filling these files. So in a recent time, you will see most of the data filled. So this is the exporting country, and it is exporting name and its country. I'm going to highlight these also. And so when we go some further here, there should be product definition. Okay, so this is what they bought. So what I see here now is the Microsoft operations company in Singapore. This is the exporter. Exported 60 piece of Microsoft black umbrella. So this is the first time I see that Microsoft is importing umbrella. So probably for promotional purposes in an exhibition like that. So who purchased it? Microsoft Philippines in Philippines purchased. So this is the exporter company. This is the importer company, and this is the product. So, so do you wonder how much Microsoft Philippines paid for only 6 pieces of black umbrellas? So they paid, if the CIF value is almost 700. So each umbrella worth around 11 or 12 US dollars. That is what we could see. And all the total weight is, you can see it is here. The umbrellas is around 750 grams. So this is what I was talking about as the company level data. So you can see the seller company, You can see the buyer company, you can see the product name, even for some, not for all, but for most, you can see the values and you can see the quantities. So how you can use this data in brief is, as I said before, you can find new customers. For example, if you are an umbrella producer, okay, just go to the Microsoft Philippines Incorporation to say, we can also produce black umbrellas and we can make your logos on it. Please get a quotation from us, etc. So this is how we are going to use this. You will find new customers to your company. Or on the other hand, you can just check where your competitors are selling to. I'm not going to show here. So this, in brief, the Excel files has this type of information. For example, this company, okay, let's see some other products. Okay, Xbox. Maybe some of you have Xbox at your home and you know for how much you buy it. So this is the total value of Xbox products, which is sold from main tank computer Shouju in China to Microsoft Ireland operations. You can see it says RTSP, German company, but this is doing this transaction for Microsoft Ireland. So this is all the Xbox consoles going from China to Ireland, China to Microsoft. So probably this company is one of the main exporters or main producers of Xbox consoles. So, okay, I go back to here. So we just searched a company as an importer and we see where they are buying from. So this is also valid for the exporter. So the case is the same. Okay, I just going to change the importer company name to the exporter company name, and I will just click to research again. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to find Microsoft customers because this is the exporter company as a Microsoft. So I will see where Microsoft is selling to. Okay, so these are some companies here. I will again could download some sample results to see some data in detail. Okay, let's see this file also. Okay, now this is the Excel file for exporter Microsoft. Okay, let's see where they are selling. So Microsoft from Australia sold to Flextron Manufacturing in Texas. What they sold is, let's see, so gaming console. So these are the products. You can see the gaming consoles and the umbrellas we also see in the previous part. Because why we see this one in Word Excel files is because both the exporter and the importer is Microsoft. Because when we search Microsoft as the importer, the system finds this one, Microsoft Philippines. When we search Microsoft as the exporter, so the system found this one, Microsoft Operations, as the exporter. That's why we see both on two different Excel files. So these are the products that Microsoft is selling, as you can see. Mobile mouses, Xbox consoles, and some other products. Microsoft Surface Pen. Only the pen is going probably 2 packages. I don't know, $128. So this could be 2 samples or going. So the Microsoft is going to check whether they are okay or not, or there is a problem. I don't know what happens, but this is the basic story. Okay, so I will go to the presentation back. So this is how the company search works. I have some specific notes on company search file. What you should search is definitely the official name of the companies, because customs transaction documents only includes the official company names, not the brand names. So you're going to write Microsoft here because this is the company name. But the case is, company names does not, unfortunately, have a standard all over the world. For example, some companies write Microsoft Corporation and the other writes Microsoft Incorporation, and the other could abbreviate it to say Microsoft Inc. And even you will see some records where the company names are not correct because it says Microsoft You can see the F is missing. But as TradeAtlas, we never correct these ones because we are never sure there is another company in the US whose name is Microsoft. But we can see from transactions that this is Microsoft, in fact, because they are buying Xbox, etc. So what I try to tell is you have to search official company names. This is the first case, and you should be careful with the abbreviations, etc. So generally, don't prefer to write corporation, incorporation, etc. Just try to write the unique name of the company like the Microsoft. But this also has some problems. For example, Apple is too general because there are some companies on the world like the Apple shoes, Apple tomatoes, and Apple machinery, because the Apple incorporation of iPhone producer is not the only company on the world having Apple on their name. So if the company name is specific, you will get the right results. If it is not specific, so you should make some more searches to find exactly what you are looking for. And the second case is there are some companies who have their own foreign trade companies specifically. This is valid for all over the world. For example, IKEA Holding has some companies in some countries, especially in Europe, called IKEA Supply. So if you search IKEA Holding, you are going to miss this data. So you would better write both of them to find what IKEA is buying and where they are buying from. And the next is, as I said, brand name is not used in the custom transactions because official company name is used. So Algida is the ice cream brand of the global company Unilever in Turkey, but you cannot find anything when you write Algida because this is the brand name of the ice cream and the company is the Unilever. So you should write Unilever to find where they are selling these ice creams to. And the next note is you do not need to know all the exact company names. For example, you started to make a solar power business and you are trying to find some companies who are in this business. So surely there are a lot of companies, but you don't know the names. What you could do is just go to the exported company name or imported company name and just write solar. Because most of the companies on the world who are in solar power business probably have the word solar in their company name. So when I search this, let's make it important name. When I search that one, okay, you can see from here. Okay, this is a company from Vietnam, Vina Solar Technology. Even if I don't know Vina, the name of the company, I can find them from the solar word, solar technology, because they have Vina Solar Technology. So yeah, this is the same for all the results you can see here. Shuse, India, solar, etc., etc. So if your sector and the keywords are specific enough, you can even search these ones. For example, most of the companies in textile industry has textile on their names. So we are going to see maybe thousands of companies now. Yeah, okay. As you can see, there are more than 18,000 importers only within 1.5 years who has textile in their own name. So this is another way how to search the system. The main problem with the company names is that if a custom transactions is done by a shipping agency, we are going to see their name as an importer. For example, I'm in Turkey and say you are in Germany. I send a specific product
Ali Bey sanırım Nevsal Bey'in interneti gitti.
Hello, everybody. I think Mr. Nevsan internet has gone. We are waiting for his joining.
Okay, so as I said, the if the importer is the shipping agency, so we will not able to see who is the final buyer. So these are the notes for the company search. So I go back to here. So the next step is the keyword search. As you remember, we find some keywords here, for example, like Microsoft. Okay, game console Xbox. For example, I will go to the website here. Okay, so the dates is okay. I'm not going to change it. So I will go to the product detail part here, and I will write game console Xbox. So now the system is going to search all the forms in our database and find where game console Xbox is written. Okay, so you can see that UPS supply chain solutions imported 29 times of Xbox, but surely they are not playing with the Xbox. This is the reason is, so they are important that these ones on behalf of so final customers, that's why we see the importer. If we download the results again, so this story is the same for all downloads. So we will see what is happening on the world about the Xbox console. Yeah. So here the exporter is Microsoft Ireland, and the importer is a Russian company called The House LLC. So this is their address in Moscow. Okay, let's see. So they bought consoles for video games, Xbox Series S, as you can see here. And so they paid really a lot. I don't know. Let's see how many. I cannot see the quantity, unfortunately, but they paid 7.5 million. But okay, so this is the ruble. And this is, for example, 27,000 US dollars worth of Xbox. It is 286 kilogram. So I can just go to the Xbox official site and see what is the weight of a single Xbox. And then I will just calculate here the number of consoles, and I will see for how many price, what is the price of the Xbox when Microsoft is selling to this company in Russia, for example, Telmer Global Services. So the story is the same, the Excel file is the same. Just you will change, you will, in brief, you will ask the system what you are looking for, and you will get the results what you already searched. So here we can, as I said, the keywords is we can see both the importers and the exporters when we make a keyword search, and we will get the results here. So if you want to limit this, for example, I want to see shoes importers from Angola. Okay, let's see if there are any. Yeah, we can see 20 companies in Angola. Only for the last 1.5 years, they purchased shoes, but the technical definition is their declaration form has a product definition area, and in this area, we have shoes keyword. So to be honest, we are not sure whether they are exactly shoes or not, because the case is, for example, when you search a keyword like mouse, the system will probably show you some transactions, for example, between Microsoft and its consumers It's customers. This is the mouse that we use with our computers. And for example, on the other hand, we may see a transaction between Turkey and Russia. A Turkish company sold live mouse, the animal mouse, to Russia, because this is also mouse. Even there are some transactions. For example, I am a company in China and I sell a t-shirt and it says Mickey Mouse t-shirt. This also has a mouse keyword in it. So don't think that this is like Google, who knows what we are searching already. So if you write mouse, we are going to show you all the records which has mouse, but you will never know which one it is. So if you want to get some exact results, then you may add some more fields to your search to find exact results. For example, if I write Xbox here, and then, okay, let me get an HS code from here. Yeah, okay, this is an HS code. So I will get 84, 71, and 60. Now, for example, if there is a company in Vietnam who are selling Xbox t-shirts, I'm not going to see this because I limit the search with an additional variable, which is HS code. So now I'm going to see far more better data compared with the first one. Even if you wonder, for example, I want to see the country of origin is say Indonesia, and the importing country is Russia. So now what I will see below is all the Russian companies who purchased Xbox from Indonesia, and the HS code is this here, and the date is 2020 till today. So this part is called the advanced search part. So you can limit your search in terms of different variables. So when I turn back to here, so we just see the keyword search. I have some notes on keyword search also. As I said, keywords, the definitions on the customs transactions is written by people like me, like you, and customs agents, etc. So this doesn't have, unfortunately, this doesn't have a standard. If I want to export iPhone, for example, I can write cell phone, or I can abbreviate any of them, like cell PH or C phone, or I don't need to write cell phone. I can write smartphone, mobile phone. It could be separate. It could be stick like that, or even I'm not going to write any of them. I will just write, for example, iPhone 11s, Samsung S20X, etc., whatever it is. So make the search as general as possible and use a lot of different keywords in your industry, like the codes of the product, brands of the product. Even you can see here, you can even search some company names. For example, we can also search Microsoft as a keyword, because I know that, for example, a Chinese company is selling Microsoft Xbox to a company in Singapore. So they may write the definition as the Microsoft Xbox, Microsoft mouse, or Microsoft computer, etc. So the system is now going to search keyword Microsoft, not in the company area, but instead in the product detail area. So we will get the results from this search. And one of the most important things is, okay, let me show you from the map. Since we are getting this data from more than 50 countries, each country has also their own languages. Yeah, most of them is in English. This is nice. But for example, Russian borders use Russia surely because they are native languages. So we have some Russian records coming from Russian borders. We have Ukraine, the Ukrainian language records coming from Ukraine. And for example, Vietnam is another country who is using mainly their own languages. There are most of the countries in the South America are not using English as a second language. They use either Spanish or Portuguese. So we will see some records on these languages also. So what we do is, I don't surely know all of the languages here. Okay, let me write mobile phone here. And For example, I will get the Russian transactions of the mobile phone. So this is the mobile phone. So I may write mobile phone here. Okay, let's make it all over the world. So I search that one. So we have 9,000 companies with the mobile phone search. Okay, if this translation of the Google is right, I'll write this one here, and I will now get results this time for Russian. Yeah, okay. There is also 365 companies who imported the mobile phone, but the definition is not in English, it is in Russian. So this includes not only Russia, but generally most of the countries known as the former Soviet Union countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, etc. This area and some countries like Belarus and even some parts of Ukraine and some transactions of Ukraine, we can see Russian transactions also. So that is the points that you should consider when making some searches with the product definitions. And the final part of the search is the HS code search. So we already see what an HS code is. So you will just write the code and you will get the results. It is as easy as the other searches. So, okay, it is 85, 17, 12. So this is the mobile phone. Okay, let's again, let me open the chat part. Oh, where is the message? Oh, sorry. Okay, I go and come back. So it was Mr. Ismail or Israfil, I don't remember, who asked the mobile phone imports of Ukraine. So, and we see it from Google, from TradeMap. We see the general data, country level data. So this is where you can see which companies buy mobile phone to Ukraine. Okay, so I write this HS code and I'm going to write Ukraine as the importing country, and I will just click to search. So you can see here, for the last 1.5 years, there are 121 companies in Ukraine who imported almost 4,000 times of mobile phones. So this is, as you can see here, Samsung Electronica Ukraine. So I can see it from here. I'm not so familiar with language, but I can see Samsung Electronica Ukraine did almost 1/5 of all imports in Ukraine, and these are the other companies. So let's download some results to see some more details on what's going on in the Ukrainian cell phone market. Okay, this is the Excel file that we have. So we have all the records, 4,000 records here. I will take this one here, sorry. Okay, so the importer company name is here. And this is the surely countries are Ukraine. And the exporter company name and the country here. So the products, and if we have the values, so you can see the values here. And you can see the quantities here. So if we have, the weight, so if we have any quantity, you can also see these ones here specifically. But generally, this is not unique. For example, it could be kilogram, it could be boxes, it could be cases or containers. Whatever is written on the customs declaration form. So, and this is the product details. So what we see is, so this is a mobile phone. Who sell is Chinese company Union High Tech Development sell $1 million worth of mobile phones to the company in Ukraine called Vivo Ukraine Mobile Communication LLC. This is the first time I hear such a company. So what we will do is we will go to the Google to see who these guys are. Okay. I couldn't find the company, but this guy is responsible for the logistics operations. So maybe I may write the Ukrainian language, but this is what we have. So I found the guy, even I couldn't find the company itself. This is the guy who is responsible for the logistics. So this is how I access the company. Now I have this company. If I produce mobile phone, I can contact with these guys. So I go back to the exam. So this is the exam file and the mobile phone industry in Ukraine. So this Samsung Electronica Ukraine, okay, this is the Samsung Electronica Ukraine. So they are buying from Samsung Slovakia. Yeah, probably, I'm not sure, but probably Slovakia is one of the main warehouses of Samsung in the Eastern Europe area. So all the mobile phones from Samsung factories are coming to Slovakia and they are distributed from this area. That may be a reason why Slovakia is selling some mobile phones. Samsung Slovakia is selling mobile phones to Samsung Electronica Ukraine. So, for example, when we get this data and this company from China is selling Weibo Ukraine, but I wonder who are the other customers of this company in China. So what I will do is I'm just going to get this company name as the exporter. I will go to our website again. So I will turn this one to the exporter and I will make this to all countries. So I will just copy and paste this name here. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to find all the customers of this company who are selling a great number of mobile phones to the Ukrainian company Weibo. So we can say that this is the second step. So the first step, we found transactions in Ukraine, and the second step, we are now going to resolve all the customers of this company in China. Let's search and see who are their customers. Yeah, okay, you can see Weibo Ukraine here, and they are also selling to, you can see these companies. So, for example, when I get a company like that, what I may do the next step is, I will just get here, this definition, I will go again, as the importer company, I will write that one. So I will search who Weibo is buying from. Yeah, okay, they are buying from, sorry, this is the importer. Let's click on that one to see who they are buying from. Yeah, you can see Union High Tech is here. We already saw this one. And this is these companies, if there is any other, are there other suppliers. For example, they are also buying some metal furniture from this company. So I just get this name and write on the system to find where these companies are selling selling furniture to. So this way is, we can say, step by step, you are going to resolve all the trade supply chain in a specific industry or in a specific area or country. Just you may start, okay, this is the slide for that one. So you may start only from one country, one company, as a, for example, exporter. I'm going to find their customers as an importer. So I will search importer M1 and I will see their other suppliers. I will search exporter X2 as the exporter search to find M2 and X3, M3, X4, M4, etc. So this does not have an end, in fact, till the industry finishes. And as an example, this chart shows the wallpaper industry in the United States. So these are the importers, and you can see that these are the exporters all over the world who are selling mainly to more than one company in the US. So you can make your own chart just similar with that one. Okay, I have some notes on HS codes. By the way, there are not questions. Are there any questions till now? Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm telling perfect or very, very bad, that nobody has any question. So hope you understand. I will be able to tell what trade intelligence is.
Cennet
So,
Hanım, I'm sorry, Nevsal Bey. Cennet Hanım, şu an bizi duyabiliyorsunuz değil mi?
Evet, duyabiliyorum.
Tamam. Diğer arkadaşlarda iletişimle ilgili ya da sesle ilgili bir sorun var mıdır? Hani herhangi bir etkileşim alamadığımız için soruyorum.
Hayır, şu an hepsi katılım gösteriyor.
Tamamdır. Yani
Tamam.
bizden yana bir konu var mı diye sormak istedim. Teşekkür ederim.
Ben de gruptan kontrol ediyorum. Sorusu olduğunda hepsi söyleyecek.
Tamam, biz devam ediyoruz. Hani acaba İngilizcem, yani çok iyi İngilizce konuşan biri değilimdir. İngilizcenin anlaşılmaması falan gibi bir durum
Gayet
yok.
anlaşılır.
Öyle mi? Tamam. Peki o zaman ben devam ediyorum. Ümit
Teşekkürler.
ediyorum. Pardon. Okay. Okay, let's continue with the HS code. Okay. I have some notes on the HS. HS code system is not a perfect system, in fact, to define all the products. Okay. Maybe we have more than 1 million different products doing different jobs, and HS code system has only 5,300 six-digit codes. So all the products all over the world should be defined in a specific code. For example, you remember we have a code for tomatoes. This is specific. I mean, we are not going to see any product other than tomato in this HS code. And this is also the same as the olive oil, virgin olive oil, and this is their code. But for example, there are a lot of codes like 01, 06, 90. This code is other live animals. Okay, the case is there are 10 or 15 animals which are definitely stated. For example, live horses, live pigs, live other, etc. So 10 or 15 animals is specific, but we have more than 10,000, I believe, 10,000 different types of animals on the world. For example, I want to sell mouse, animal mouse, you want to sell lion, and the other want to sell snake, etc. But unfortunately, all these animals are included in the same HS code. So when we go to the system, when we write this HS code, okay, live animals other than mammals, reptiles, birds, etc. So this is all the other section. So we are going to see all the transactions for more than 10,000 different types of animals. And the same example is valid also for that one. Other woven fabrics. So what is included is definitely unknown. There are maybe hundreds of different types of fabrics in the system. So what I'm trying to say is, if your product's HS code is specific enough, so you will get exactly the right results. But if this is not specific, you are going as like other live animals and other woven fabrics, etc. So you will get some results which you are interested in. And still, there will be some results that you are definitely not interested in because this is other types of fabrics. So in this case, this is the area that you should use the advanced search. For example, okay, let's see that one. 55, okay, sorry, 55, 12, 99. So this is the other woven fabrics. And what I may do is, for example, I'm just add a product detail to say as synthetic, if I can write something like this. I'm not sure, but okay, it is something like that. So now the system is going to show all the transactions which has this HS code, but also at the same time in the product detail, I should have synthetic world. And still, I may add some other variables like the country of origin. For example, I want to see all the companies from Italy who are selling to the United States these fabrics, including synthetic. So this is how the advanced search will repeat. So that's what you should do when you are making the HS code search. Okay, so this part till now could be called as one variable search. So you search the company name, you get their customers, or you get their suppliers, or you search the keywords and HS codes, and you get all the transactions between companies from different countries and the details and prices, etc. But this is surely not the only way to get some more results from the system. Okay, so another way is making some, we can say detailed search, or we can say to make further search to get some more results. For example, say you are a company that you started to produce computer chips, you can see here, which is a part of computers, all the computers. What we will do is surely the one variable search system is will show you, for example, you will write Intel because this is the greatest company who manufactures that one. You will find their customers. So you will write the HS codes and you will write the keywords from here and you will collect all the results. But this is not the end of the data you could get from the system. For example, you could also search similar or complementary products on the system to find a customer for you. The reason is, okay, let me show you here. For example, Germany is not a country which releases data, and still Italy is the same. So we can never see transaction between Germany and Italy. We have a computer producer in Germany, as you may know, this is Toshiba. For example, if Toshiba is buying all the computer chips from Italy, you will not be able to see the Toshiba name on your search result because we don't have the data between Italy and Germany. But if German Toshiba, for example, in this example, we know that a hard drive is also required to produce a computer. And not only these two, they are going to need a screen, some touch pads for the mouse, some keys, and some cooling materials, cables, etc. So all the parts which is used to produce a computer. So if German Toshiba buys a hard drive from some disk factory in Vietnam, so we directly catch the Toshiba factory in Germany and to see that they are buying hard drive. So if they are going to buy this hard drive to produce a computer, surely they need and they are already buying computer chips from a company elsewhere. So this is how we can find some potential customers to us by the similar or complementary product search. Okay, let me show you some demonstrations. For example, Coke and Pepsi is the perfect similar product, or they are definitely similar ones. So these two fruits is similar. So the one who is buying that one would probably interested in Apple also. So if I'm an exporter of Apple, I may also search some similar fruit importers in some different countries to find potential customers for me. Or so complementary products is you can see these, all these set is complementary products, or if I need to give a technical example, for example, camera of the mobile phone is complementary with the battery of the mobile phone, as the same with the computer. So you can search similar complementary products to find some results. And on the other hand, there is another way to find some products. For example, you can use input analysis, or you can use output analysis to find some products, to find some of your competitors or some new customers for your company. So, for example, silicon is used to produce computer chips. So if you track silicon trade all over the world, you will definitely find some factories who are producing computer chips. Or on the other hand, if you search for computer exporters on our system, you will see who is selling computers, and you may search to find, so you may search the list to find who is definitely producer. Then you may contact with these ones to sell your computer chips. So this is, for example, an example for input-output analysis. For example, you are producing hazelnuts. Yeah, surely what you are going to have at the beginning, at the very beginning is, I will just go to the product detail. I will write hazelnut and say my target company is Russia. So now I'm going to search all the Russian importers who buy hazelnut starting from the very beginning of 2020. So when I search this one, so I get 300 companies who buy hazelnuts. So I make this one, that's okay. And I just go to the HS code. I just search the HS code, etc. But what I know is a hazelnut is one of the main parts, one of the main materials which is used to produce chocolate. So if I need to produce chocolate, I'm going to need some cacao and some sugar here and some milk to mix with the hazelnuts and to make some chocolate in this machine. So if you want to find customers for your hazelnuts, what you could do is you could also search some cacao trade all over the world, because some of the cacao is going to be purchased by the great chocolate companies like Kinder in Germany or Nutella in Italy, etc. They are great importers of cacao and also sugar. The milk is problematic because it is not easily traded with the containers for days or weeks, but cacao and sugar is easily trackable. You can track these ones to find great factories. On the other hand, you can also find who is buying a chocolate machine. For example, I search for chocolate machine. Actually, this is going to be a chocolate tempering machine because there is a tempering issue in chocolate industry as far as I know. So you write a chocolate tempering machine, which is going to mix the chocolate to make a special form. And I'm only interested in Poland. So this search result is going to show you which companies in Poland has purchased chocolate tempering machine. So these guys has two alternatives: whether they are factories who are producing chocolate, or they are some traders who are distributing the machines. So when we get the results, we're going to search all the results and we will just find which company is doing which job. And this is also as easy as clicking here. For example, when you find a company name here, just click on the Google. So you will get the Google results. Yeah, this is the Stork company in Russia. Stork is represented by its brands, etc., etc. So we found the company, this one. Yeah, this is as easy as clicking Google. So what I try to say is just search your products first, search your HS codes, etc., and then just imagine which product is similar or complementary with mine, or what is the inputs and what is the outputs which is used in the industry. For example, you are producing a glue which is used to produce chairs. So you may search chair exporters all over the world because these guys definitely need glue to produce a chair. So this is another way. Or for example, you are producing a special PLC card for, say, wood cutting machine. You may also search wood cutting machine exporters to sell your PLC cards, because these guys have this card in the machine and they are buying it from elsewhere. So these are some other ways to understand and to utilize to get the results from our system. So up to now, all the things were the definitions and how to use the system and how to get results. So feel free to ask anything you like. I will just go again to our website. So regarding the pricing, yeah, I'm going to show you our packages here. So we are selling our packages in terms of 1 year subscriptions. So we have some packages here, as you can see, which are mainly divided in terms of the HS code that you could define to the system. But starting from Word Package Professional, you don't have any download with it. You are going to define your HS code. For example, you are a shoe producer or shoe exporter, and you have 7 or 10 or 12 HS codes. So you will define all the HS code on the system, and then you start to search all the shoe importers all over the world. You don't have any limit in terms of your own HS codes, and also no limit in terms of company searches and the product searches. You will get all the results, and different from Word Package Beginner, you will able to search product names, exporter names, etc. From the system. Also the advanced search, I mean multi-variable search is also possible in the professional package. This is the one that we are always selling, the best seller packages that. So you can see the prices and the details here. And the data coverage file on our website, on the other hand, shows how many importers we have in a specific country. For example, we have 275,000 importers in Germany and say almost 20,000 in Turkmenistan and 45,000 in Iran, 25,000 in Sudan, etc. So we have, as you can see here on our website, yeah, this is the scoreboard. We currently have more than 18 million imported companies on the system, which are buying products from 14 million exporters, and this is the count of the data. We have almost 1.6 billion lines from 230 countries, as I showed you here. Okay, so these are all I could say about the first. We started with the trade map to get the country level data, and then we go to our website TradeAtlas to see which companies are making this country level data. So we see the companies and their suppliers or customers, and even some prices, quantities, and product definitions, etc. So I wrote our contact details here. I cannot see now, but it was in the previous chat. So Bushra is with us today, who is responsible for our marketing, the head of our marketing. So Bushra, can you please write our social media accounts, if you don't mind?
Of course, I can write that.
Okay, so you can follow our social media accounts on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. We have some videos on YouTube and posts on Twitter, etc. We also release which countries' latest data is uploaded to the system. You can follow this from this social media account. So, okay, this is everything I could say about this meeting or training. Yeah, okay, so the Bushra wrote the
Yes, I saw it. Yes, from chat part.
So I'm now going to stop sharing my screen. So we will turn back to the